All right, so to wrap this up and get credit, we need to print off some sheets this week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it down to one view. So let's hit the X to close out these views. Those were all active views, so this button wouldn't have worked. That's why we need to hit the X. And what I want to do is come down to my sheets. Let's look at what the first floor plan looks like, A1. And it's not terrible, but do you see that our view range is still pretty crazy? So reviewing what we did for our printing assignment, I want you to do the same thing. Go into the first floor plan. I think we're calling it the main level. And I want you guys to go to Extents. And remember, you'll be doing the same thing for your other assignment too. So turn on Crop Region Visible and Crop View. And I want you to bring this down nice and tight to the floor plan. We're not printing elevations yet, so we don't even need those elevation markers at this point. Okay, I think this looks good. And then what I want you to also do is turn off, once we get this, go ahead and turn off Crop Region Visible, but leave Crop View on. We might need to go back to our first level floor plan and make some adjustments, because see how our view title's all the way down here, my main level's no longer centered. Let's get this pretty centered on the sheet. Okay, and then remember to move the main level title block, we have to click on it by itself. Let's get that closer to our floor plan. And I know this isn't intuitive. You can't click on it to make it smaller, but you have to click back on the view. And then these points highlight for us so we can drag it over. Get those nice and aligned. So we've got main level here. So here it says first floor plan. Let's change that to main level plan. Let's be consistent. Okay. The project name, this is called the Modern Casita. Under the owner, you can put your name. I didn't see anybody turn in any sheets with my name, so well done on that. Okay. And this looks good for now. The other thing that I also want you guys to do, just for this week, without getting into a lot of explanation, instead of this being A1, we're going to call this A101. In module 2 or 3, we're going to get into sheet naming a lot more. But again, for now, just go ahead and change it to look like this. And we don't know what size this sheet is. So I'm going to throw some dimensions on here so when you print, you grab the right sheet size. We have got almost 3 feet by almost 2 feet. So it's not quite a 24 by 36, but it's a 210 by a 110. So what you can do in this case, when you go to set up your print, go ahead and use the 24 by 36 and center it. And I think that'll work just fine for now. Here we go. It tells me right here, it's a 22 by 34 horizontal. Is Revit going to be nice? No, it doesn't have another one loaded. So let me just show you in your printing preferences. So when you go to print, Cute PDF, properties, oh, sorry, that's not where I want to go. I want to go to setup. We don't want letter. We want to be under Arch D. That should be closest to this sheet size, which is the 24 by 36. So let's go ahead and zoom 100% and center. Okay. I'm not going to save this for now. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm not going to hit OK because that'll print it. Actually, just select the sheet. I'm going to try to show you a print preview. I'm on a different computer, so it might be mean. Where is my A101? There we go. That's the sheet I want. I still don't want to save it. It really wants me to save it. I'm going to hit close. Closing saves it without printing it. And I'm only doing this so I can show you a print preview. Okay, this looks great. So see how I have consistent margins around the whole thing? Eventually, we're going to be doing a custom title block, but for now, the Arch D size is great. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, so this is how you should print your sheets. Now I'd also like, let's find one elevation to print. Okay, it looks like you're gonna have to drag them on your own. So I'm gonna keep going. Let's just do the north view here. You can do all of them on one, depending on how big they are. So we'll do north and south, and then we'll do east and west. Luckily, this is simple enough to where I think it's gonna fit. I think they're all gonna fit on one. You can make it look better if you'd like, but all of these fit here. And on your elevations, let's rename it from A6. So right click and then rename, or actually let's do it the easier way. Here where it says A6, let's change this to A201. I use something called standard sheet naming. So now it's A201. So here, if you scroll down, A201 elevations. That's what we're looking for. And the thing that's so nice, do you remember how we changed this on A101? All of this stuff is built into the project. So if you rename it one place, it'll rename it all places. And let's see, do we have a 3D sheet built for us? What's on our details? We don't have one yet. Second floor framing, that's too bad. Let's do this. Let's add one more sheet so we can do a 3D view. So right click, new sheet. Let's use our 22 by 34. And then the thing that's nice about this is you can just grab that little 3D camera view and plop it on. There is no scale, so we're just going to put that on. And our 3D view will be A901. And we're just going to call it 3D view. So these are the sheets that I would like for this week. So we've got a floor plan, an elevation, as well as a 3D view, so we can take a peek inside as well. And remember, this is just for the exercise part. For your assignment, it will be slightly different. But great job. Go ahead and print these off and turn them in as a combined PDF set so that I get all 3 pages in one. So for example, when you go to print, let's just go to print setup. It saved everything except for now. I want more sheets, so this looks good. Let me actually go back into print. Let's select all the sheets, elevations, and 3D view. Still don't want to save it. Combine multiple views into a single file. That's going to be really important. So whether it's me or a client, don't make them open 3 separate files. One file for all of their PDFs. And I'm going to hit close again because remember hitting close allows you to save it. And again, I'm going to go to print, print preview. I'm going to go previous page. Let's make sure I got all of those sheets. Let me go back. Maybe it's just showing me a preview of the one page. So let's at least check it in here to make sure I got all 3 sheets. Perfect. Yep, that looks great. The preview looked good. And then you guys will just be sending me one PDF of everything. All right, you are done for your exercise. And I have one little bit of instruction before you hop into your assignment. Thanks, everyone.